Okay. Hi, everybody. I am Glenn, and the other window, you can see Leslie. Wave hi, Leslie.
Hi.
All right, we're going to get started in just a minute here. I want to give everybody a chance to get on. If you can hear us, please text the number 1 in the chat so I can be sure that everyone can hear us well. We're going to be going back and forth between this screen that you see, where you can actually see Leslie and I, and a screen share. All right, perfect. Everybody can, whoa, that's a lot of number 1s. All right, excellent. Very good. I do not know how to shut Viber off, Leslie. I really don't. I thought I did. I X'd out of the application, but it continues to do me.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, well,
we'll be fine.
Let's see how this goes. All right, well, without further ado, let's get started. It's 6:01. We want to try to keep this on track today. So let's go over to our presentation real quick. I'm going to share my screen here. And here we go. So my name is Glenn. I'm one of the owners of the PhiBrows Microblading Academy USA, which is the official PhiBrows Academy here in South Florida. We're located in Boca Raton. And Leslie is one of our master trainers. And she has an amazing story. Leslie had no experience with microblading, and she completely transformed her life. And when you hear her story, you're going to realize that if Leslie was able to do it, you also can do it. And so that's what we hope to communicate to you today. And we're going to go through this presentation pretty quickly. It's going to be about 30 to 45 minutes. We're going to try to be as strict as we can with the time so that we keep our time frame with that. And if you have questions, we very much would like to get to all of your questions. Please type them into the chat. We're not going to answer the questions until the end, but please do. If any questions come up during the presentation, go ahead and type them in there. And here's what we're going to cover. We're going to talk about Leslie's story and how PhiBrows Microblading changed her life. We're going to share with you some other student success stories. We'll talk to you a little bit about our academy and the courses that we offer. And then finally, at the end, we'll do a question and answer section. All right, so without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Leslie Ritchie. Leslie teaches classes all over the United States for us. She does a phenomenal job, and hopefully you'll get to know her just a little bit through this presentation here, but I highly encourage you to watch all the videos that she's put out in lots of different places, from our YouTube channel to Facebook, and she's always trying to educate and contribute as much as she can to the microblading community. So Leslie, without further ado, please say hello and introduce yourself, and we're going to get right into your story.
Hi everyone, my name is Leslie Ritchie. I am a PhiBrows Master for Microblading Academy USA. I teach the PhiBrows technique, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. I have 2 degrees. I have 2 bachelors, one in international business and one in business administration. And I couldn't find a job. Go. Am I able to move this presentation or no?
No, but I'll get ahead of you. I'm sorry, I was just setting my timer. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll pay more attention now.
Okay. It's not moving on my.
Go ahead, Leslie.
It's not moving on my end.
Oh, okay. Well, everyone's looking at the screen with your family. Tell them about your family.
I am a mom of 2 little boys. When I took this course, one of them was 1 year. He was like 18 months, like 18 months. And the other one was just a born baby. He was like 3 months old when I took this course. I am a wife as well, obviously. Go ahead, Glenn.
Leslie, just take a quick second here and explain the circumstances under which you took you took the course, and how did you get the money to take the course?
Well, my father-in-law lent me the money. He let me use his money to take this course because I didn't have the money. We were waiting for those tax return, and that's how I paid him back. Well, I was able to get it quickly together, you know, with just doing microblading, but I promised him that when we get the tax money, I was going to return everything. And that's what I did.
Okay. And how did you find out about microblading?
I found out about microblading on Instagram. I was scrolling down through my phone, just killing time, especially like when my babies were asleep. I was like looking at this just the feedback, and I saw that there was like a before and after picture of like a really realistic eyebrow, and it said that she was a student of a PhiBrows student, and I was amazed by it. I was like, oh my God, I want to do this. I really, really want to do this. So I started researching more, and that student went to the PhiBrows Academy.
Did you have any experience with beauty or eyebrows, anything at all?
No, I had absolutely no experience. I loved makeup, but I wasn't a makeup artist or anything like that. No experience at all.
You never worked in the beauty field at all?
No, never. No, nothing.
So was it easy for you to make this decision to get involved with this, or was it foreign to you, or?
It was a very easy decision because it attracted my eye, and I was like, oh my God, like this is amazing. Like this before and after picture was amazing. And I just wanted to do it. I was very motivated to do it. And I thought about like blood, to be honest, but there's not a lot of blood involved. I was always afraid of blood. But no, I did it. I was a little bit nervous my first time, but I was able to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe the quality of the work of the photo. I was like amazed. I was like, oh my God, this actually looks like hairs. Like, I can't believe it. And I couldn't believe it that it was just a student. She had gone she explained on the story, it said like, I've been a student for like 2 months and this is my first work. And I was like, oh my God, if she could do that, then I could do that, and that made me decide to take the course.
Okay. Then what happened?
So I obtained my PhiBrows certification 1 to 2 months after taking my course. I recovered my investment within 3 to 4 months, doing 10 to 12 treatments. That was amazing. And then 5 to 6 months after the course, I was already doing 7 to 10 treatments per week. It was okay.
I got to interrupt you for a second, because that's unbelievable what you're saying. Those first 10 to 12 treatments, how did you charge for that?
How do I charge for that? Well, I started charging. You mean the price?
Yes.
I started charging $200 because nobody else was my competition, to be honest. And I thought that was a lot of money. I thought $200 per procedure. I was like, oh my God. And then I started reading about it, and then more people started coming into the, to the market, doing microblading. I was like, oh my God, I'm very good at this. Like, I could put my price up. Plus, I was reading what other states charge, and I was like, oh my God, I'm not charging what I'm supposed to. Plus, I got a really good training. That it was not that cheap, but it was worth it. And that's what made it even more worth charging a little bit more. And I actually charge way more now, but that PhiBrows backup, because they back you up, right? With that logo. If they give you that logo, that means that you deserve,
right.
You deserve that logo. So you have that type of work. So you could charge higher price. And Glenn, let me tell you something. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but now the market, the clients are looking for that PhiBrow logo. They're looking for it because they're getting educated that we have the best pigments, that we're very good trained. They're looking for us, and they're seeing that PhiBrow logo, and they see really good work. So they're like, "Where's that PhiBrow artist?" And they go to the world map, to the PhiBrows map, and they find anybody around their area. Which, if you take the course, if you're listening to me and you want to take this course, once you get certified, you get to be on that website. It's amazing. And you become part of so many groups that we're going to talk about later. Yeah.
Yeah. Leslie, would you just, for someone who's listening to this, let's say like you, they had no experience, but they're looking at this and they're attracted to your story, and they're thinking to themselves that maybe they could change their life. Maybe they have a job they hate. Maybe they couldn't get a job like your situation, or whatever the case might be. How did you go from 0 to 12 treatments? How did you do that?
Honestly, it all it wasn't just very, very easy. I mean, I had to go to social media and tell them about me, tell them that I went to the best academy, and then they started seeing my work, and that's how the word started spreading. Just by educating my client, I told them everything I knew and everything that I studied, and that honestly got me like word to mouth, like marketing. And that's how I started getting clients. And I was like, oh my God, like I started to get booked, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. It was a very nice life change, because honestly, when I used to I had jobs before this one, and I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy going to these jobs because I had to be there like 9 hours, and I was like working on something that it wasn't on me, and I wasn't even learning that much, rotating. So yeah, so it was a really, really good life-changing step for me.
To get from that 0 point to the 12 treatments, you were putting pictures on Instagram?
Yes, before and after. Yes, before and after pictures. Those were like my top marketing. And I used hashtags of my city, and even I will use other cities' hashtags like microblading San Diego or microblading LA, and people will start traveling to me. It was amazing. Like, it's a really good compliment.
Yeah, and you would also put pictures up on your Facebook page as well.
Yes, I also had yes, and my website, Glenn, too.
Right, which we'll talk about a little bit later. So here's your website. It's interesting because we always tell our students that they should be posting on social media. That's naturally a very easy way to get exposure and to take advantage of the work that you have your website right on your Instagram, and it leads them to your website where they end up booking with you. But let's go back to your presentation here for a moment and try to finish up this story about how you where's view? Here we are, present. About how you got involved in this and started doing this. So let's see some of your earliest work.
Not very proud, but I didn't do deep work. Probably maybe a lot of people are not going to understand what deep work is, but this work completely came off on her. I am so happy that did. But I was a little bit nervous. It was my first model, and honestly, people were amazed by the change, and I liked it. I was really proud of it at the moment. I even shared it, and I'm not embarrassed. I keep it there so other students could see my progress,
Okay. Well, for someone who's watching this, who's never done microblading before, and they don't really understand the difference between good work and bad work, let's kind of go through this so that they can see the progression of your work. Because obviously you practiced a lot, you followed the PhiBrows curriculum and the Craftmaster application, and your work began to improve. And so here, not too long after, is as your work started to progress. Not your work today, but as it started to progress.
Yeah, that was like my, I don't know, 5th eyebrow. Yeah. It started getting better. And for the ones that don't know what Craftmaster is, it's an application that it comes with your training. It's with you all the time. It's a 6-month online support. Once you go to a training, you see, we talk a lot about a lot of topics, right? And then we practice, and everything is on that app. It's amazing. You take it home with you and you review and you go over what you already learned in class. And as the second time that you watch it, it sticks better. Well, it happens to me all the time, like with movies and, or the second time I read a book, I catch something new. So it's really amazing, the Craftmaster. Yes.
Very, very important.
Yes.
We'll talk about that in just a moment. So what happened? You decided to take the perfection training class to take your skills to another level.
Yes.
Here's you working.
Yeah, that was my first model. That was my training, my first training.
And so here's the result of your quality of work after perfection training, after really developing your skills.
Yes.
Look at the difference. It's really amazing.
It started getting better. Yes. Yes. It's a big change. It was a great investment. It was a really good investment.
If you can provide brows to someone like this, like this picture that we're looking at, that is so valuable to someone.
It is. It really is.
I mean, if you can produce that, just for anyone who's watching this, just think about the value that you would be able to provide someone if you could produce brows like this. And
yeah,
and so this is the value of getting good quality education with microblading, that ability to do this. You can charge for it. You can charge for it because you're making people happy, you're making a difference in people's lives, and they're very happy to pay you for it. How much do you charge for microblading?
Yeah, they
today,
are
Leslie?
happy to pay you, to be honest. They're like, oh, I'm excited, and they're all paying you, and they're hugging you. They're like, thank you, thank you. They're so happy. I charged $675 now. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's another couple of pictures of your
That's
more recent work. This is brow shading, correct?
Yes, it's before, and then it's microblading, and then right on top it's fish shading, which is an amazing combination. It's another course that we offer, and honestly, it complements a lot microblading, a lot.
Mm-hmm. Some people like that bolder brow. I like fish shading more than microblading, just my personal opinion. But it's more of a bold brow because it puts that shadow effect.
Yes.
High strokes. It's really
I like
nice.
that too. That's like that's my strength, fish shading. I love fish shading, but I always do the combination. I don't do it by itself. Hi, everybody. Yes, I could see you guys are all here.
So Leslie, let's skip ahead and talk very quickly about, you opened your own studio at a certain point and you began to create your own brand. So here's a couple of pictures of your studio, right? Let's try to do this quick because I want to try to keep us on track. But you built your own studio. Now, you never had your own studio before. You were never in the beauty industry. Was this easy for you to make this decision to rent a place and to do a build out? Had you ever done a build out before?
I've never done a build out. First of all, I started working at home, which I shouldn't have, but I started working at home. Then I rented like this little closet. It was like a little room. And then I was like, oh my God, like, I'm making money. Like, don't be afraid to sign a lease, like to rent a bigger space. And once I moved out to that bigger space and I started doing the build out and started fixing it for my clients, because I did it all for my clients, all the decoration, the color, this, that. I was always thinking about my client. I wanted them to walk in there and feel very good about it. So it was not hard for me, Glenn. It was not hard for me because I was seeing the income and it was like an investment, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. You felt the confidence because people were coming to you, you were getting the feedback from your customers that they were happy to pay. And you could see that it wasn't difficult to get customers. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Like you felt confident about it.
I felt very confident about it. I was a little scared, but it's normal. But at the same time, I knew that I was going to make it, that everything was going to be fine. And now I'm opening my second location and a bigger one, you know? So it's getting better. Yeah, it's getting better.
All right, so let's jump through here. And so 6 months after graduating, you became a royal artist. Explain just quickly what a royal artist is.
A royal artist, it's like the next level of field artist, but it's like being at the same level as a master. It's the best work that they can find, you know, and you're backed up by the academy. It's like the best qualified work. It's beautiful, it's precise, so it's very, very good work. So they give you that royal certificate because they think that you just have the same level as a master work.
You know, Leslie, one of the things that I tell a lot of our students when they talk about how to market themselves, and sometimes we're talking about online marketing and websites and that sort of thing. And one of the things that I tell them is, as microblading becomes more and more popular, there's going to be more people who come into the market. And just like anything else, there's going to be a lot of people who come in and don't even complete it, don't even continue with it. They drop out. But for those people who do continue with it, you need to set yourself aside. You need to stand out. And so one of the ways that you can stand out is by emphasizing the quality of your education, your qualifications to deliver the brows that your customers want. Now, some people are going to go about this and they're going to do it almost like the realtor who just has like a little side gig. Like they really have a regular day job, but you know, your friend who's like the realtor and just they sold a house or two last year or something like that, and they find out you want to sell your house, and so they're all about selling your house.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like there's people like that who are going to treat microblading like that. But if you treat it seriously, if you go to the extent that you get this level of recognition, like you become a royal artist, it's a designation that goes up on your wall. It's like if you were to go to the doctor and the doctor has a diploma on his wall that says Yale University Medical School, you're going to feel pretty comfortable having that doctor perform a procedure on you. And it's the same thing with microblading. And that's where royal artist comes in.
True.
And the PhiBrows education.
It's true. It's true.
So what do we have here?
So that's when I went to my course. Then I became a royal artist. I was, and then a year later I became a master, which I love my job. I love the fact, Glenn, that I can be like a little portion of a life-changing step, because the student makes it, and it's life-changing. I talk to a lot of students and they're like, oh my God, like some people have businesses already, Glenn, like spas or like threading studios, but they're not going as good. So they want to add something to it. And they've told me like, oh my God, when I added microblading to it, it just went really good, and I just love that feeling that I am like a little portion of that.
Yeah, it's, you know what, when they inject microblading into what it is that they're doing, microblading is a super, super duper hot trend right now, right?
Yeah.
And so it's almost like you're raising your sail and the wind is coming and the sail is full of wind and it's pulling you. And if you offer other services, you're going to have people who come in your door just because you're offering microblading and they're curious about it. Once they get to know you or you're performing one service for them, naturally, they'll want to know about your other services too. So microblading has a benefit, not just for selling microblading services, but for the other services that you may offer. But let's skip ahead now and talk about the classes. So you started teaching the classes with us like April or something like that. And so here's one of the classes in our official academy where I'm actually located right now. Here's another one of our classes with a group of graduates. Here's you and Claire. You were teaching a class over here. This was a class. Was this in San Diego?
No, that was Seattle. I think we got it mixed up.
Oh, Seattle.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This was Dallas.
So let's show them. Oh, this was Dallas. Yes, that's right. That's right. So let's show them, let's show everybody what the official academy looks like. So what you're looking at in this sitting, I don't know if you noticed, but so this is the waiting area. This is where the classes actually take place. It's really, really nice. Beautiful. And the live class is broken up into two parts. Now, it's a 2-day class, but just understand that you're not going to learn microblading in 2 days. You're not going to learn microblading in 5 or even 10 days. You're going to, we say to students that you come to class to learn how to learn microblading, because you're going to go home and you're going to practice with the craft master, what Leslie was talking with you about. We're going to show you that in just a moment. But the first day is an academic portion. And so you can see right over here, this is where the academic portion happens on the first day. And lunch is provided for everybody. It's very comfortable and it's a really nice atmosphere, very friendly. And then the second day, we actually work on live models and everyone gets to work on a live model. And that's where it happens, is on these beds right here.
Lovely beds.
Here's our team. Yes. So our team continues to grow every single month. There's a whole bunch of people that are left out of this picture at this moment, but nonetheless, they work behind the scenes and they help make sure that we're extremely responsive. That's one of the things, Leslie, I really want to emphasize, is being responsive. We are extremely organized and we are extremely responsive. We run our company in a very professional way, and we know that our students expect response time. When you join us as a student, one of the things that's going to be very important is on an ongoing basis, Leslie will support you, or Cynthia or Claire or one of our trainers will support you, and you're going to have an ongoing dialogue with them as you move through the various levels, mastering the art. And one of the things that's very important for you is response time. And you'll find every aspect of how you engage with our company, from our sales team to our registration team, to anyone that you communicate with, our trainers, we're all very responsive and we're very organized. And so here you can see some of our students' work. Leslie, if you want to narrate this as I click through here.
Yeah, this is some of the students' work. Here you can see it's like a first work. It's amazing. It's their first time. I know it might not look perfect, but it's the first time. And with the time practice, because you practice at home, you practice not on people, but that's why we give you all this levels. So we know when you're ready, you start working on people and you do amazing work like this. It's amazing. And we give you the technique. We tell you how to do it, samples, so many like good material for you to learn. This is amazing work, Glenn. And this is more advanced students' work that have a few months already. Maybe you click next.
Yeah, I'll click through it real quick. So here, for example, here's Cindy. So Cindy, or Bao as we know her, she charges $400 for microblading. She does 3 to 4 procedures a week. Here's her work.
She's now a royal artist. She just became a royal artist.
Yes, that's right. Beautiful work.
It's amazing. She's
Look
really,
at
really
those
good.
eyebrows. Just imagine if you could take a course and get the coaching and get the guidance and learn how to produce eyebrows like this. Would you have something of value, or would you have something of value to offer to the marketplace? So here's Cynthia, who also recently became a master trainer for us. Cynthia's story is very interesting also because Cynthia, while she charges $300 for microblading, she primarily works in Mexico. And in Tijuana, Mexico, where she works, on the higher end, it's like the top that you can pretty much charge for microblading. So even though it sounds like it's on the lower end, it's actually on the higher end where she's located. And she actually does over 20 microbladings a week. And her husband, Andy, who was a construction worker, the two of them, he would leave very early in the morning. They didn't get to spend a lot of time together. They have 5 children between the two of them. One day he saw that she was having success, and she also didn't have microblading experience, but he saw her success and he decided that he was going to give this thing a try.
And he's very good. He's very,
it turns
good.
out, I mean, it's, we like to joke around that we don't know whose work is better, Cynthia's or Andy's.
Yeah, he's really, really good. Yeah.
And now they work together. Which is amazing.
Yeah, beautiful work. This is a great sample before and after picture. Let's see more. Do we have more pictures of her work?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this one. Oh my God, that's a big transformation. But she doesn't have her before work?
Her early work? And you mean when she just got started?
Yeah, she does it not here, huh? But it's a big changing. Once she took the PhiBrows course, it was unbelievable, the change.
Yeah. So the question is, so why do PhiBrows artists consistently produce such high? For me, Leslie, I like to summarize it. For me, of all the things that you get from doing this with PhiBrows, it's primarily 2 things. It's the Craftmaster application, which provides you an organized curriculum to follow. And then it's the 6 months of ongoing support and training after the live course. Now we can talk about specifically what we offer from our academy, which is unlimited ongoing training support. We do webinars, like we're doing a webinar right now. This is more like a sort of like a sales presentation, but we do webinars that are purely support training webinars, and we record them and we make them available just to our paid students so that you get more than just what PhiBrows offers you. We try to provide you as much as we can, business development courses and products, which I'll touch on in just a moment. But these 2 things right here, having an application that you can work with and an organized curriculum to follow with various levels and then ongoing support, is so incredibly important. And as Leslie mentioned, the Craftmaster app, it takes the art of microblading, and if you could think about it like this, it chops it up into bite-sized pieces that are digestible pieces. And so you have 11 levels. That's the entire art of microblading. It's broken down into 11 levels, but you can't just fly through the 11 levels. You have to demonstrate your work at each level in order to receive authorization from your master. If it's Leslie, who's your master trainer, she will look at your work and give you feedback and tell you what corrections you need to make. and you submit your work to her through your actual application right on your phone.
Yes.
So you'll watch the videos, you'll do the lesson at the end of the level, and then you'll take a snapshot, a photo of your work that you're doing on practice skin. You'll send it to Leslie through the Craftmaster application. Leslie will respond to you and she'll tell you, hey, it looks great, but can you try doing this? Or can you try doing that? Or you need a little bit, your strokes are crossing, or this, whatever feedback she gives you, she's going to get you going in the right direction. And then once you can finally send a photo that demonstrates that you've mastered that particular point that she's trying to help you with, then Leslie will authorize you to move to the next level. And it proceeds that way through the rest of the 11 levels. And consequently, as you complete all 11 levels, then and only then do you actually graduate from the course. So what this does is it creates a standard for all PhiBrows certified artists to achieve, that if you have gotten that logo that Leslie was mentioning before, it means that you've achieved the PhiBrows standard, that you know how to do microblading and you've mastered the art of microblading.
Yes. And honestly, Glenn, we all try, all the masters, we try to be very detailed on that feedback so that student can understand. We even try to make drawings, little videos.
You know what? Let's show them. Let's show them real quick, like an example. I think we have one here on, hold on, post. Let me find it. This is our Facebook page. Down real quick. Hold on one second. I think we posted one of your...
It's on my Instagram, or no? No. On my Facebook, probably.
Okay, I'll look at it on your Facebook in just a moment. But I'm fairly certain we have it here. I just wondered, was there? Is it on your Instagram?
It's on my Facebook.
On your Facebook. Okay. Here, let's just show them what this looks like.
Or if not, I could show them like on the screen. Like how I tried to be detailed. This is another example. I try to give my students feedback by pointing right at the mistake, and I tell them exactly what to do. And this is all so you could be a really, really good artist. This is all with good intentions, with making you the best artist.
Sorry, I can't find it now. I should have had that prepared, but nonetheless, Leslie does an amazing job at making sure that you understand what you're doing wrong and what you need. So the question, what happens at the live event? So let's just go through this super quick. Here you can see what the first day looks like. This is what it looks like with our courses that are in our actual official academy.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Master Claire teaching, here's Leslie teaching. So on the second day, we do a practical like we were describing. And so in this particular case, Master Claire is doing a demo. She's demonstrating what everyone looks. Why you see everybody with their with their cell phones out videotaping. And if you want to get a feel for what actually happens in the class, we put on our YouTube channel. You can type in Microblading Academy USA into YouTube, and you can find our channel. We put tons of videos out there, tons of stuff that will be very helpful for you. And some of the videos that we put out there include walkthrough videos, so you can actually see what it feels like to be in a live class. But you'll see here students that they're actually working on models.
That's me.
You can see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm teaching
There's
her.
Yana.
Yeah, Yana.
So here's a good picture. You can see all the models laid out across the tables, and students working. They're actually masters strokes, and they get the experience of actually holding a tool in their hand and putting the blade on someone's skin, which is a quantum leap from working on practice skin. Here, they're actually doing it. That's one of the tremendous, that's part of the tremendous value that you get from going to the live class, is you actually get to physically work on real people. Whether you have the confidence yet or not, you're going to have the confidence when there's a master trainer right next to you, guiding you the whole way.
And Glenn, students get very excited. This is the second day of our training. They get super excited when they're going to work on the live model because they get the hands-on, feeling. And they're like, okay, because some trainings, I've heard of other trainings that they don't do this and they go home and they're like, I have no idea, but we actually let them feel the skin.
Yes. Very, very important.
Yes.
So here's a whole bunch of graduates from different classes. And all right, so let's just explain what the difference is between the PhiBrows Microblading online course and the live course, okay? Because there's two different ways that you can take it. The online course offers everything that is included in the live course except the actual live event. So with both the live and the online course, you get the Craftmaster application, which we were talking about. That's the curriculum that you follow. Mm-hmm. That's the art of microblading broken down into 11 levels that you're going to use and you're going to follow. With the online course and the live course, you also get the 6 months of ongoing support from a master trainer who's going to guide you through the Craftmaster application. And then you also get the $1,200 PhiBrows professional kit. Let's show them what the professional kit looks like. Here's what it actually looks like.
It has everything you need. Like everything you need. There's some little things here and there that you need to buy, like a bottle, soap, and stuff like that. But it's everything you need in that kit. It's your starter kit. And it lasted me like 6 months, honestly. A long time. Mm. Those little pigments go a long way.
Yes, but it's worth mentioning that for any products that you don't necessarily have in that kit, or any refills that you'd like to get, or PhiBrows is always coming out with lots of new stuff and things that, products that can be very useful. We have a store, Microblading Store US, where you can find all sorts of PhiBrows products, all the most popular items, glam core lights. We even offer our microblading websites. We try to help our students in a variety of ways, not just getting certified, but building a successful business. So that has to do with not just getting certified, but also how to market yourself effectively. So you can learn about the websites there, and the lights that you might need, the anesthetic gel that we sell. That's our own proprietary product. That's right over here. So you can get all of that on our store, and we offer that to our students. But coming back to the presentation, just to finish this up real quick. So the online course, it has all the things that we described, put it in the live event, the Craftmaster app, the 6 months of ongoing support, and the PhiBrows professional kit. The only thing that it doesn't include is the live event, where you actually physically go to a live event and you actually work on a live model. Now, one of the things that we offer to our students of the online course, because the online course is less expensive, it's $1,800, right? What you can do is you can start with the online course if it's helpful for you, because perhaps money is an issue and you can't afford the full-blown course, or perhaps it's a matter of getting time off from work, or traveling to wherever we're hosting these events, because we have them here in our Boca Raton Academy, but we also have them all over the country. Like this weekend, we have an event in Chicago. Leslie has an event coming up in where's
Phoenix.
Your next one? Is
Phoenix.
In Phoenix, right, at the end of this month. We have San Diego then, and then we have, Seattle and Dallas, and they're all over the place. But if you can't find one that's convenient for you, maybe you start with the online course. So we send you the kit, you get the Craftmaster app, you get started, especially if you happen to have experience. It's, if you come from the beauty industry and you have experience working on clients, it might even be that much easier for you to make that introduction to microblading. But at any point that you decide that you want to come to our live course, all you have to do is pay the difference. We don't ask for any additional premium, nothing. You simply pay the difference, and then you can come to the live course. So it's a good option for those of you who might want to get started that way. And just the last thing we throw in here is why get certified specifically with our academy. There's other academies around the country where you can get certified in microblading. There's other PhiBrows academies. Why our academy? Well, 300 plus 5-star reviews can't be wrong. I like to tell people about this because I feel it's very important. I think it's kind of funny that we've got 313 5-star reviews, and then we've got a one 3-star review, we've got a 2-star review, and we've got a 1-star review. I'm sure you've all had that customer who, despite all your best efforts, you just can't seem to please them. So we always do our best, but nonetheless, 313 5-star reviews speaks volumes. And I highly encourage you to go to our Facebook page and read our testimonials from our students. Read what they have to say. Go to our YouTube channel and watch our testimonial videos from our students. Look at all the student success stories that we have. So you'll see that there's a reason why we have over 300 5-star reviews. And that's one reason.
And Glenn, I'm sorry for interrupting you, but if you really want to take this step of taking this microblading course, go and read about it. Like, go and read these reviews, because they actually helped me. And I didn't go to these reviews in particular, but I went to do reviews for PhiBrows, and everybody was talking amazing things. And honestly, I was just seeing people being very successful, and I wanted the same thing for me. And it's very good, very, very good to read the reviews. I totally agree.
Yeah. Another reason to go with us is unlimited ongoing support. I just want to show you this super quick. Here on our website, right here. Okay, this is our main website. And if you go over here, if you're a student of ours, you can be an online student, you could be a live student. We give you access to this. You see it says student only resources right over here. Here is where we create, we store, I should say, courses that are specific just for our paid students. You cannot get access to this if you're not a paid student. And so this is another reason why, or another part of the value that you would get from us. Also, training and products to help you build a successful business. So it's not, like I mentioned before, it's like Leslie and I are going to be doing a business building webinar here soon. Probably Leslie will probably get that done within the next month, hopefully.
Yes.
And when we do that, we're going to be talking all about tips and tricks for building your business, about how do you go from 0 to 12 microblading procedures. How do you raise your prices? How do you reach more people through, and how do you take pictures properly and do effective marketing on social media? Instead of doing the form of social media marketing that's really annoying, how do you do it effectively? How do you drive them to your website and convert them into signups?
And it's so much fun, Glenn. It's not boring at all, putting these before and after pictures, then putting this little caption and putting this little hashtag. It automatically gets you 3-4 clients. It sells by itself. It's not something that you need to go out there and sell and sell. Your before and after pictures sell for itself.
Yes, exactly. It's amazing to me, because this is the business that rolls down the hill like the snowball, like that video that we put together.
Bigger and bigger. Yes.
Yes, it snowballs. It does. You have the wind in your sails with this opportunity. It's really an amazing time. So, all right, with all that being said, what can you do now? Here's what you can do. You can visit microbladingacademyusa.com. You can select a course and you can register. Where do you actually go? Let me just show you real quick. You would go here to training courses, right at the top, in the top level navigation, and under live training courses, or you can decide to do the online training course over here. That's the microblading online course. Under live training courses, if you're looking for courses in Spanish, Master Leslie and Master are going to be teaching a double master Spanish course right here in our academy. I think it's, what is it, October 28th and 9th?
Yes.
Yes, October 28th and 9th?
Yes, 29th.
Correct. And so you can go there if you want a Spanish course. October 7th, we have, I think there's only maybe a spot or two left in our October 7th course that's in Orange County on the West Coast. And that's fully in Spanish. And if you want the course in English, you can just go here, live PhiBrows Microblading courses, and you can go to calendar of microblading courses. You can select from any one of the courses that you see here. You'll see you can just click on them and you'll have all the details. If you have questions, you can certainly click on Now window or pop-up that's right over here. And we have people who are standing by who are happy to engage and talk with you right now. And if you like, you can also call us at 561-922-0001. You can also text us. Here's our text number, 561-563-6068. You can text us, and we have staff who are ready to receive your text, and they're happy to communicate with you. And last, you can email us, info@microbladingacademyusa.com. Feel free to send us an email or any form of communication, which is easiest for you. We have people who are standing by and ready to answer any questions while we continue this. So that's pretty much our presentation. Hopefully you got a lot out of it. Let's do quickly questions and answers, Leslie, because like usual, unfortunately, we did go over, not by much. We're at the 40-minute mark. So let's try to get as many questions and answers in here as we can. Can you bring up the questions real quick?
Yes. So do I read it to you?
Yeah, go ahead. What's the first question?
When and how much to charge when starting? It's look around your market, do your research and charge a little bit below when you're starting in your city. What else? Do they have questions?
Here's one.
Okay.
Here's one. What's the difference between the 2-day and 3-day class?
What's the difference between 2 and 3-day class?
Yes.
There's not a difference. The 2-day class, it's enough. There's no need for a third class because all of this, you go home and you see whatever we saw in the 2 days, you go and relearn everything. If you missed anything I don't know why that question popped up, the 3-day.
Mm-hmm. Well, I always tell students that you're not going to, like I think I said earlier in this call, you're not going to learn microblading in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, or 10 days. You're not going to master microblading that quickly. It takes practice and practice and practice. So what you need to do is when you come to the class, you're learning how to learn microblading. And so we offer a very comprehensive class. We don't have anyone who's ever left our class who ever said to us, I didn't really get enough information. That's never happened. So you'll go through the class in 2 days and you're going to walk out and you're going to have the Craft Master curriculum to follow. And you're going to have 6 months of ongoing support and guidance with Leslie or Cynthia or Claire coaching you as you go through that course, making sure that you master this process.
There's another question here. It says, how much time does an average student finish Craft Master? Honestly, I've seen students do it in a day. It sounds very amazing, but you could do it in a week, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It all depends on you and how much time you put into it. It depends if you put an hour, 2 hours, you could graduate pretty quickly. And like I said, I try to respond to, we try to respond to our students very quickly. So as soon as you send us one level, we respond, we pass you to the next level, and it goes on and on. So it could take, 11 days, 12 days. It could be pretty quickly. It all depends on you, though.
Leslie, one comment about that, just real quick before we go on to the next question. Even if it took someone the full 6 months to graduate from the course, even if it took 6 months, you're a perfect example of going from zero to, well, I know your work ethic and how you really throw yourself into things and go after things. And I'm sure there's people who are watching this presentation and they're thinking, if Leslie did it, I can do it. And they're, let me have at it.
Yeah, you can.
But there's also people who might struggle, who might not be able to they're not, maybe they don't have the natural talent. They have to work harder than somebody else to get to the same level. You can get to it, though. It's a learnable skill. And even if it took 6 months, imagine it took you 6 months. And by the end of 6 months, you've graduated. And 6 months after that, you have your own business where you're doing 5, 6, 7 treatments a week at $400 or $500 per treatment. And you have, you're completely independent. You no longer have a boss, or you're no longer, you've created a situation for yourself that's very stable. That's why I don't want people to get stuck on, does it take 3 weeks to graduate? Does it take 1 week that doesn't matter. Graduate. Really that's what matters.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm seeing a lot of comments here like, oh, I want to add microblading to my business. I want to start my own business. Like they're tired of their work. Like they want to add something new. you know what? If you don't go ahead and face your fears, you're never going to know what's on the other side. You have to work for them. You have to take that step. What's going to get me more clients? Okay, I need to add a new service, or I need to do this. You have to work on it. You just have to do it. Because if you don't do it, then you just get stuck and you don't do anything, you know? I was afraid of opening my business, but at the same time, I was like, no, I'm going to do this and I'm going to get clients and I'm going to work for it. I'm going to share my posts. I'm going to do before and after pictures. I'm going to set it up pretty, you know? And all of that gives you confidence. So I'm telling you, if I could do it, I know you guys could do it. I know you guys can. Yes.
Leslie, what one little business building tip for someone who might be listening, okay, just to give them just an idea of how they might be able to get more clients, right? You see this flyer that we have right here?
Yes.
It's called a brochure, right? So this is a brochure. It's about 5 inches, maybe 5.5 inches by almost maybe about 8 inches tall. And so you see you've got a picture of before and you've got a picture of after with microblading.
Put it closer to the camera.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Okay, so imagine you create a brochure like this. Let's say you go to vistaprint.com and now keep in mind, this flyer is designed for our academy. We're looking for students, whereas you would be looking for clients for microblading services. So, but let's say you create a flyer like this and it's got a before and after and talks about the benefits of microblading. And you go to the local, I don't know, nail salon and you ask them if you can make a deal with them to put here like this. You ask them to put a little brochure holder like this on their counter and you charge, let's say, an introductory rate. And you got to call it an introductory rate because otherwise you're going to get boxed in at a specific rate. Let's say you normally charge $500, but for a limited time or for customers that come from this particular nail salon, you're offering, $250 off, something that's so ridiculous, so irresistible. And then even on top of that, you offer the nail salon $100 for every customer they send in your direction. And so that's one way that you can get people in your door.
Many ways.
And that's one of a million different ways that you can do it. But just you need to get people in the door. Once they're in the door, if you offer facials, if you offer eyelash extensions, I mean, there's so many creative ways where you can throw things together and package things together. But so that's just a quick idea. Go ahead, Leslie. Next question.
They're asking, will we learn all stroke techniques in the 2-day live training class? Yes, you will. It's not all stroke techniques. We have one. And you mean the shaping or how to place them? I'm going to teach you everything. And everything that's in that 6-month Craftmaster that you get. Included in the price in there. They're also asking, how much is the fee shading course? It's $1,800. And you make that money back quickly, Glenn, because nowadays people want the microblading and the shading together because it's an amazing look and it lasts longer. Our fee removal, it's $1,800. It's worth it too. There's a lot of people that want to remove their old tattoos, old ugly tattoos or botched eyebrows. And also, how soon after can I take my perfection training? You could take it like maybe after a month. You could take it 2 months. It doesn't matter. It's just to come back and now you're going to have questions. Once you went home, you have questions and then you come back and then you see things differently. Right. And we go over like your whatever you need help with. I make sure that you go home and you know what you're doing wrong and practice a little bit more. Everything is practice. There is a good question here. There's some students here that's saying they're going to go to my Phoenix class. I will see you there. You don't need to take anything. Just take yourself and that's it. And that's pretty much it.
Tell them they should hurry because that class is almost sold out. Yeah,
that class is almost sold out. And there's some girls on here, Glenn, that they're from my city. I think there's a few of them that they really want to take the class, but I feel like they're a little bit afraid of making that investment. But think about it this way. There is millionaires that go into bankruptcy let's put it the worst case scenario, like you don't do anything with the microblading course, which that's not going to happen. You're going to do something and you're going to multiply that money. Like there's millionaires that go into bankruptcy and you're only investing $3,800, and that $3,800 could be a life changing, where you're going to get financial freedom. Maybe you're not going to have problems with your spouse anymore. You're going to have more free time with your family. It's worth the investment. And worst case scenario, Glenn, you only lose $3,800. I mean, that's it, which you won't even lose it because you get a $1,200 worth of a kit, and you make that money really quickly. You really do.
Yes. So here it's right along with that. Here, someone had asked, how long does it take to typically for most students to make their money back? Can you give them a range? Like,
I made my money back, I think 3 to 4 months. And that's because I was a little bit slow, because I had my babies, and because I was at home and I was afraid of getting a place. But if you go out there and like rent a little space, like in a spa or something, there's a lot of places where you could start. A lot of places. And let me tell everybody about Phoenix, my Phoenix event. It's this state, it's pretty easy. The health department, it's not like very strict. So you could sign up, but you need to sign up quick because we only have a few spots, right, Glenn? We have very few spots. So all you need to do is take a bloodborne pathogen, which is common sense. It's about handling blood. It takes you like 20 minutes. And that's all the requirements. And that's pretty much it. I don't think I see any more.
all right.
Yeah. There's people already excited. They want to take it.
All right. So
shaping. Oh. One more question, Glenn. I'm so sorry. There's a really good question. Shaping. Yes, we teach how to shape. We teach everything. Everything that has to do with the eyebrows. Get them the right shape. Yes, we teach shaping.
all right. So Leslie, we're going to make a